fine cloak, heavy boots, 7 gemstones. Also, still poison. There we go, all better. Interested in Perry, but I don't really know. Infested farmland. Does that mean there's another eye hanging out here? I guess this is the place where the dumping grounds are. Taker guard. Drake. Good friendly. Guard of Zazuz walks up to you and starts, "Halt, intruder! These are Taker lands and no shaper kind are welcome here. We are going to trace you or kill you. Either is good. Any last words?" "I have business in Zazuz." The guard stops and thinks. "Shapers in general are the enemies of Takers, but sometimes individual shapers are useful to them. What is your business?" "Let me pass!" I can bluff, but these guys are tougher to bluff than the guys I've been dealing with. Ow! Reaper baton. Okay, that wasn't a Reaper. That was a Venom. Possibly. Either way, I don't stand a chance against this mob. I can bluff, but I chose the wrong option. So let's go south instead of that way. Oh crap. Submission spine core. Roar! I hate you. I hate you. Why for you kill Mr. Snips? Well, I could just try to blunder into frickin' Zazuz. "Hi guys, how are you?" "Hello, I'm a shaper, here to help. Seriously." Serval guard stops you. He's a Taker, he is thin and hungry, and his eyes have a wild look. His face is marked with all sorts of tiny tattoos. Fortunately, he isn't attacking you. He says, "We have heard of you, you enemy, but truce now. Cyrus in city, if you not meet, yet go see." He gives order. Now we'll see you. No crime, no theft, you die. That is all. Without waiting for a response, he moves on. That's a lot of guards. Lots and lots and lots of guards. And Bear is tough as frickin' nails. Surrounded by abandoned, rotting wagons, there are still supplies still out, ready to be taken back into town. It looks like all the carrying goods of back and forth have ceased, till the warfare between various sects began. Looks like the towns in these mountains were trading with each other successfully. Now all the tools of the merchants are wasting away here, ready to be stripped down for parts. Wonderful. Well, I've been instructed to go see a dude that's probably going to try to recruit me for the Takers, and if I say no, he'll probably kill me. So I'll say, I'll think about it, I'll be back, I swear. The moment the gate is defended by a pair of mines, very large mines. Since there's no way to get through without getting close to them, you can only guess they must be controlled from somewhere else. Since their antennae are not pointing at you at the moment, they have been deactivated. Izta! The Drake walks up to you. She is fully grown, but not old. Perhaps a few years. Surprisingly, she doesn't seem hostile for now. "I am Izta. As I am here to greet you, I am send you to Cyrus. Cyrus is our leader. He leads the Takers. He's allowed you to enter our town so that he may speak with you." She points you to the largest building in town in the southeast corner. "Cyrus is there. I would be eager to speak with you when you were done there. For now, Cyrus would not approve of my delaying of you." Okay. Get out of the way then. Zazuz, the highest, most remote, most hostile city in these mountains. Some buildings are wood, some are stone. All are crude and covered with dust. It's windy and bitterly cold. Zazuz is occupied entirely by servals and drakes. Their tracks are everywhere in the soil. No humans are visible. Everyone in sight looks very hungry. The harsh environment up here has not provided a comfortable life. Though the Takers are hostile to Shapers, servals and drakes seem to be willing to tolerate your presence. They watch you nervously from a distance. You suspect the slightest misstep will be greeted with extreme violence. Wonderful. building have doors? Okay, there they are. This is the largest building in Zazas. It is also by far the nicest. The ceilings are high and the floors are made of fine tiles carefully laid. You notice, however, that the stone has been scratched by repeated passing of drake feet. The reek of drakes is very strong. Lots of specimens of that cunning and forbidden variety of creation must spend time in here talking and plotting. Plotting, you say? I do not approve of such shenanigans. Also, there is a drake. It's not very strong. Interesting. I'm not here to talk to you, though. Although I suspect you might provide training. Warbred servile. Interesting. Two living tools. Jeez, these freaking serviles are uber. Nope, not reading that right now. We'll talk to him again in a minute. There's Cyros, the 1000 hit point drake. You will be free. You enter the city hall, you find a drake. It's an old creature. Drakes live a long time, but this one is clearly stretching the limits of his lifespan. His scales are dull and flaking, he's missing teeth. Yet he seems hardy, his eyes are bright, and his body puts off a strange warmth. Probably all the fire. You can feel, even from where you were standing, there's strong magic in him, sustaining and protecting him. He stares at you. In his eyes, you see more than just reptilian coldness. He is willing to deal with you, but he does not like or trust Shapers. He says, I am Cyros. I am the leader of the Takers. I see you have found your way to us. We may have things to discuss. You have, I'm sure, heard we are mad. If that is true, we will explain our madness to you. Tell me about the Takers. Sure. Alright. I'll call us mad. Maybe we are, a bit. I know your kind will see no sympathy from our viewpoint, but I will tell you our story, and hope you will see the justice of our cause. I will tell it as it has been told and retold. The Takers were created on Susha Island in the ruins of the dry, dead city of Kazk. After the Shapers abandoned us to die, the land left us was poisoned and the plants withered. And yet we were loyal. The Servals believed that you created them, or that they owed you a debt. But as the years passed and they suffered more and more, they grew angrier. Then one of them stepped forward. His name is not remembered by the Serviles. One day he went to the middle of the square, mad with hunger and anger. He raised his fist and he shouted, "The Shapers are wrong! They torment, they bad! We must take our free!" What happened to him? Oh, he was killed. They were loyal to your kind then. The other Serval struck him down instantly, but the idea was planted, and as the years passed, more and more came to repeat his words. They called themselves Takers, and now we Drakes do too. We do this because we will take our freedom from you, however we can, and I need a drink of water. You have lost all right to control us when you left us alone on Susha Island. That was when the Servals were alone and the Drakes were alone. Then your kind rediscovered Susha Island. Destruction is what happened. It is what we knew would happen. The Shapers came back, they came to Kazk, they saw what the Takers had done. They learned that what they believed. They responded with fire. So many died. The rest fled screaming. So much for those Taker beliefs, huh? There were a few of us Drakes there. Me and Rakus and Akat and others. We saw what you had done, and we were sickened. We saw that our very existence, the very life of a Drake, was made illegal by your kind, and we were furious. We tried to help the Servals escape. And when Zachary and Barzeo came to us, wanting to learn the power of Susha Island, we saw a chance. In return for our help, we and the Takers were safely escorted by Zachary and Barzeo to these mountains. Once there, we, Serval and Drake alike, united, and we began to work on a great plan. Freedom is the plan. In the words of our poor short-lived founder, we will take our free. We will gain power until we are strong enough to defeat the Shapers. They are too wicked to exist. We will beat them down one day. We will fight until all creations are free, and thanks to the secrets we have learned and the work we have done here, we believe that is possible. That is our story. Why have you told me this? Because you will die, Mr. Bond. As a fair warning. We have heard things you have said, and we know that even if you would turn on your kind, you do not believe in the freedom of creations enough for us to truly trust you. So leave this place, leave these mountains, and run. Destruction is coming. Your kind will not be spared, so flee. This is the only warning you will be given. Yep, I've already sided too far to the one side to ally with the Takers. I think. I could give them the papers from Madab. I could just attack him like an idiot. Do you think the Takers have any chance against the Shapers? Before we came here, I would have said no. Since we arrived, however, we Drakes and Servals have worked very hard. We have developed shaping skills of our own, very powerful skills. More I will not say, except that yes, I believe we can truly threaten the Shapers. And I could say I want to ally with them, but I don't. I could mess with Madab, but that would probably make Madab agitated with me. Although I plan to blow up their reactor thingamabobber anyway. Their complex, the Magus complex. But not yet, so... Explore our town, see our strength, but watch your step. Here, the slightest arrogant infraction from a Shaper will not be tolerated. Yes, sir. Because you have almost 1,000 hit points, and I probably have a 0% chance to hit you with everything. Doesn't want to talk to you unless he's forced to. What are you working on? Ignores you. Something I'd like to know? Ignores you. Another question. Nope, he won't talk to me. Fine. I don't want to talk to you anyway. You're a bum. Okay. Mr. Cryo Drake looks recently created. He's still young and the magic in him is strong. The air around him is icy cold. He grins, his teeth are white and razor sharp. I am Doris, speed the defend as us, and shepherd the Dracons. Steal from us or harm us, and you will pay. You said you shepherd the Dracons? Yes, they were made to be linked, and they know in their hearts that I must guide them. Tell my commands. They are free. When I speak, they listen. When I get paged, I have to pause the recording. I'll be back. Alright, I'm back. Yes, they were made to be linked, and they know in their hearts that I must guide them. Till my commands, they are free. When I speak, they listen. We are bound. I command them where there are tasks to be performed. There is almost no task they cannot do. They will certainly be ready to slay and devour your kind when the time comes. There are things they can't do? I do not say, Shapers, such things are secret. I will say that there is a gazer who lives south of here. It has betrayed us and fled. It does harm to us. It is called Melancon. We will deal with it soon, but we cannot yet. If you were to kill it, well, we Takers would pay. We Takers do not trust your kind, but we will pay you blood money if it benefits us. Shouldn't you just let them be free? That seems confused. It had not occurred to him before. Finally he says, Drakes are headstrong and arrogant. We deserve to be. Dracons are that way, perhaps too much so, but only for now, I'm sure. Okay. I'm sure this won't have consequences later in the story. Well, let's continue not offending anybody at all. We will bear insults and ignore hostilities. And look for that Drake that wanted to talk to us. The large building is fairly warm and comfortable, possibly as nice as possible under the circumstances. The smell of sweaty serviles is very strong, and it's not that comfortable. Most of the emancipated fanatical serviles that live in Zazos live in these barracks. It's a strange way to live. Perhaps they huddle together for warmth, or perhaps it's their harsh life leaves them needing closeness and company. servals all live clumped together in a small space. That's the way shapers keep them, usually for convenience. It's interesting that the takers are doing much the same thing, but probably for a very different reason. There's Istah. Come here, Istah. You're fast, but I want to talk to you. Come here. She's never met a shaper. She finds you fascinating. I'm with Cyrus. Wise and strong. Cyrus will crush your kind. Sad but necessary. You don't want the shapers to be destroyed? I do not want it to be necessary, but remember, it was your kind who created us and then decided we should no longer exist. We have to defend ourselves. I can understand that. What do you do here? I am called the Mediator. Serviles and Drakes work together, but we are both proud. I help the two communicate and settle differences. I was brought up to be very peaceful and, when I can manage it, humble. It is so I can do my job. Are there lots of problems between the Drakes and Serviles? No. Though we are very different, we have a common situation. Also, each has skills the other doesn't. Drakes are physically stronger, live longer, Serviles are better with tools and potions, and are often better at planning. We rely on each other, and we are very different, but we are partners. Don't the Drakes dominate the Serviles? They're physically stronger, but that does not make it right to crush the weak. That is the way the Shapers do things. You crush those weaker, not us. We do not control creations because we are strong, we control them because... Don't say anything bad. They'll kill you. 2. Noble sentiment. But we will see how it works in practice. Your con has a history. We have learned it well. Okay? Who created you? Created. Shaper. I was born to 2 Drakes. Interesting. You were egg created. Egg creation. I'd like to trade with you. Prices here are utterly ridiculous. I figured. I would not like to trade with you. I would like to ignore the fact that you exist. Creation care. Emergencies call Istah. Building is for the treatment of sick and rogue creations. It is surprisingly much more comfortable than the same sort of structure would be in Shaper lands. Huh. Everywhere there would be lots of cages and shackles and so on. Here there is only one cage, doubtless to restrain completely out of control creations. However, most patients spend their time recuperating peacefully in nests. It is not surprising that the takers, concerned foremost with the rights and care of creations, would make a place like this, and of course you doubt that the Shaper Council would approve. A Fiora. Sitting in a nest. It looks like it broke its tail. Aww, poor Fiora, poor critter. Poor thing. It broke its poor tail. Well, now I'm just sad. Poor Fiora. What is northways of here? Shade Patrol. That sounds terrible. Although I am able to rest here, I'm not too keen on actually setting up camp in Taker lands. Although that might be something I have to deal with. Let's not tempt fate. There are guards everywhere. Defense control. Only one living tool, but a Drake right next to it. Behave or die. Another blade. And utterly ridiculous again. Shaped everything but a breastplate, which is what I've been wearing forever. another Drake hanging on his house. Get out! Okay. Get out. Okay. How friendly. Man, my throat. Excuse me, it's acting up today. It's freaking allergy season, I guess. Docks, I suppose they had river trade as well. 4 living tools, which is 1 living tool more than my unlock spell can open. What is this building? Scavenger's Alley. The merchants of Zaza is willing to trade with you, probably because she's been ordered to do so. She wishes she was somewhere else. Utterly ridiculous prices, of course. I was about to be told to get out, so... Storage 2, keep out. Not here. Steel javelins. Shield, major healing spores. I have psychically witnessed you stealing from us. Storage 1, I'm assuming. 15 iron bars I could sell for a lot of money, but not super interested in that. If only because it's a long frickin' walk back. Another raccoon in the trash. Okay, so 1 direction left to travel. Taker Toll Road. It sounds like it's less dangerous than the other roads, also 4 cryo drakes. Oh jeez. The Dracon, one of the deadly massive reptilian creations of the Takers. It towers over you, watching you with amusement. Dracons, like the Drakes, were created... They were created from are smart and cunning. I am Driss, this is my land. You must pay me toll, 500 coins, or my pets get you if I don't first. I want to know something about this area. But first you pay. You will let me pass. Try to be very convincing, attempt to appeal to the servile nature of the creature buried in the mind of every creation, you get nowhere fast. Your shaper mind tricks have no effect on me. Okay, I'm leaving. Bye. That was a lot. Oh, goodness. Ow. Ow. Let me just check something first. 0. I thought. So he chucks spells and fireballs, and he's got a huge posse of drakes. Massive! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 at least. Wow. He wants 500 coins for me to pass. Will that be every time or just once? Because if it's every time, he can go sit on his own tail. I'll just go around. How about I just try to circumnavigate him? 3 bolts of cloth, living tool. I didn't want those actual tools. They're heavy. Ish. Come on. Maneuver! Jeez. And trash. Okay. Oh, hi. You guys are still hostile. I was hoping you would not be. Honestly, it was just a possibly futile hope I had. these are super drakes. So we're not fighting them because we only have a 5/1% chance of hurting them. Oh, goodness. Well, I think I'm going to have to stop it here. If anybody's played this game, where is a good area to go next? Because I'm kind of running out of locations I can actually handle that I'm aware of. I might have overlooked a place I've already been. Just any advice you guys have about locations. I don't need advice about how to play the game. I know how to do that, I think. I just need directions, I should say. Where to go now? Good sources of experience are what I'm looking for. I got about 1.5 levels this time, though. And I cleared this place, save the floating eye of impenetrable armor, despite the fact that it's a giant floating eyeball. It's got impenetrable armor. I don't know how that works. I don't know how that works. It's just one big squishy soft spot, but I can't hurt it. Darn magic twisting time, space, and reality. So, yeah. I think I'll hold off on the next installment until I have an idea of where I need to go, because right now I'm stumped. Squeakers, you go here. Take a nap. We'll just chill out in Dry Peak for a while, I guess. My increasingly messy room. Brutus gets this bed. Just takes up the entire thing, drools acid all over the pillows, but whatever. You guys, you all take care, okay? I will talk to you later on. Bye-bye for now.